It's me. It's Holly Stoppit. We're going live. I haven't done one of these for ages. I've completely forgotten how to do it, but let's have a go. Let's see what happens. We're going to be exploring the state of flow through play and journaling. I'm going to talk a little bit about flow, about my understanding of flow, and we're going to move a bit, we're going to play a little bit, and then we're going to do some journaling with the flow state. So flow, I'm obsessed with it. Anybody who's been to any of my workshops, you will all know I just go on about it all the time. Flow is a state, it's a brilliant state, and I think it's a great state to get in for clowning. I'm really interested in the flow state that Csikszentmihalyi talks about in his book called Flow. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'm profoundly dyslexic and I've only ever seen it on the page. I've never heard somebody say it. And I can't find out from you right now because you're in your homes and I can't hear you. But something like Csikszentmihalyi, his book on flow, he describes flow as it's being in this peak state, or it's being in the zone. It's the place where athletes, when they're like getting ready for the race and they're just completely inside their experience. It's also the place where artists are when they're creating their great masterpieces. They know what to do. They know what to do. They have, okay, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and they know when to stop. Wow. And it's also, you know, the place where improvisers are. Improvisers just find the right words, they find the right action in the moment because they've tapped into this state of flow. So Csikszentmihalyi talks about flow as having the following qualities. Complete immersion, so you're completely immersed in it, like there isn't anything else, it's just the thing that you're doing and you're enjoying it. A sense of ecstasy, which means, roughly translated, being outside everyday reality. So completely separate from the mundane minutiae of real life and completely immersed in whatever it is that you're doing. Inner clarity, so you know what needs to be done and you know how well you're doing at it. So a sense of, I know what I'm doing. The activity is doable. So you have the right skill level to meet the challenge. So you feel like, oh, I can do this, I can do this. A sense of serenity, which he translates as being, you know, apart from the whole ego living that we're normally doing, where we're constantly giving ourselves negative feedback about how we're doing and, oh, you look a bit stupid, oh, look at you. So serenity, he means just being in the activity without this kind of self-consciousness or self-criticalness that we usually experience. Timelessness, having no idea how long you've been doing the activity for because you're enjoying it so much. Intrinsic motivation. So the thing that you're doing becomes its own reward. Intrinsic motivation could also be described as the autotelic experience, which I love. The autotelic experience is about something that is so enjoyable that you just want to keep doing it. It feeds itself, the autotelic experience. So that's flow according to Csikszentmihalyi. I think that's how you say it. Where do you experience those qualities in your life? What sort of activities do you do in your day-to-day life that allow you access to the flow state? Cooking, swimming, yeah. Sewing or anything creative, yeah. Walking in the woods, Playing music, especially with a band, yeah. Yoga, yeah. Digging, cycling, swimming outdoors, clowning, who'd have thought it? Blogging, yeah. Walking in the countryside, yeah. So we all know a bit of this. We all know the taste of it, a taste of flow. We all understand it. And it's interesting how many of you are listing physical things, stuff to do with your body and stuff to do with creativity as well, as baking, sewing, painting, gardening, making birthday cards. So to do with creativity, to do with physicality. For me, it's about play. I find flow through play, and I find flow through movement, and I find flow through connection. Running. Yeah, running. Wow, that's interesting. I hate running. No one said sex yet. No, you're right. Sex is another place you can find flow. Yeah. We're going to have a go at my way. This is my way into flow. We're going to enter flow through the body, but to prepare the body for this investigation, I'd like to offer a little warm-up. Nice little warm-up. It's very gentle, but we're going to do it mindfully. So this means keeping your awareness inside your body, with your physical experience, with your emotional experience, just noticing what's going on as we do these movements. So we're going to start super simple. Feel the ground beneath your feet. There it is. Soften your knees a little bit to get really good contact with the ground. Breathing to the bottom of your belly, releasing that breath. Connecting to the ground, breathing to the bottom of your belly. You're going to take your fingertips and you're just going to gently stroke your hair. Stroking your hair. And stroking your face. Putting your awareness in the contact between your fingers and your skin. Let's move down to the arms now. Can you feel that? Can you really tune into that contact between your... Are you experiencing this as pleasant or unpleasant? Just noticing. Let's go down the torso. Maybe your back a little bit. I'm going to move you down as we move to the bottom half of the body. So really lightly, just light touch, just with your fingertips. Oh, you nearly fell over then. Just with your fingertips down the bottom half of your body. Just noticing what you're feeling physically, notice what you're feeling emotionally, let it be there. In my experience, this is how to find flow, is to really just start with where you are, rather than, you know, hoping that one day you'll get to the perfect state where you can finally enter into flow. Just, this is where you are, so let's see if we can find it right here. So, taking a moment to rest, pause, feel how you feel. Notice body sensations. Your skin might be tingling a little. Notice your breath. We're going to go a bit deeper. So beneath the skin there are muscles. So definitely find some around your jaw. There's some good muscles in there to have a go at. Yeah, and around the back of your neck. Finding those muscles in your neck. And in your shoulders. Giving yourself a good old squeeze. So it's just quite heavy pressure now. Just noticing, how do you feel about that? Are you enjoying that more or less than the light fingertip touch? Are there parts of your body that are really enjoying this? Are there parts of your body that are like, nah mate? So moving towards whatever feels good. Feels good, do it some more. So moving down to the belly, give the belly a bit of a squeeze. The bum. A really good squeeze. And the legs, moving down your legs. Releasing your breath, softening your jaw. Just let this be easy. Whatever you're doing, let it be easy. All the way down to your feet. Can you find the muscles in your feet? So anything else, any parts of your body that are like, give me more of that. Just get in there. Get in there, as heavy as you like. Using your breath to release any tension. Lush, let's take a pause, rest. Just noticing how your body's feeling after that. Notice how your emotions are feeling. And we're going to go one stage deeper. We're going to go into the bones. So feeling the shape of your skull. Get in there. Yeah, find the places where your skeleton juts out. See if you can feel the shape of your skeleton, the shape of your skull. maybe the shape of your collarbones or your shoulders. So let your curiosity guide you with this. Interesting, huh? Feeling those knobbly bits. Can you get right in there to feel the shape of the bones in your arms, your hands, and your fingers? Some really little bones in there. Let's go for the other one. Really getting in there. What's the shape of your bones? Yeah. Releasing the breath. Let this be easy. Breath helps with that. Now, yeah, fingers, thumbs, tiny bones. Wow, there's so many bones. Let's go for the ribs. Feeling your ribs. The shape of those ribs. And maybe some vertebrae. Maybe you can feel a few of those vertebrae sticking out. Oh, whoa. What about the bones in your pelvis? Like, you've got to have to really get in there if you want to get to feel of those ones. So really get in there past that, past that bum. And the legs. Can you feel the bones in your legs? What about your knees? Are they knobbly? Mine are. Yeah, all the way down to your ankles. Feel those ankle bones and the bones in your feet. Oh, so many bones. Really good firm pressure. Yeah. Yeah. Good, let's take a pause. So just feeling how that's affected you, noticing sensations, emotions, whatever you're feeling, let it be there. So we're gonna, where we are, soften your knees, let your arms drop down by your sides, soften your jaw. We're just gonna move the head in little circles. So just keeping this really easy, slow, mindful. Noticing how it makes you feel in your body. Not just in your neck, but noticing the impact that's having in your shoulders, your spine, maybe other parts of your body. Yeah, go the other way if you haven't already. Nice. So exploring all the different ways your head can move. Just taking a moment to explore the range of movement. Gently, don't push it, no need. And gradually bringing that to stillness. Just notice how that's impacted you. And we're going to do the same with the pelvis. So finding circles with your pelvis that feel good to you. You're not on camera, so you can do whatever you want. I am. Putting your focus into your pelvis, noticing how that feels to be moving in circles. Any kind of circles, little ones, big ones. However that feels. Yeah. And notice how that's impacting the rest of your body as well. So for a moment, just putting a hand on your tailbone, just to feel your tailbone. And let your tailbone start to lead your movements now. So any kind of movements. Just, well, as if you've got a tail, really. Enjoy having a tail. So we're going to keep that active, and we're going to bring the head back as well. So now you've got the head and the pelvis moving. And maybe they move together, or maybe one does one thing and the other one does the other. So just exploring a duet between your head and your pelvis. Releasing the breath, releasing the jaw. Let this be easy. Start to include your spine now in your awareness. So just noticing this wiggly snake that lives between your head and your pelvis. And perhaps this movement now starts to move off the spot. Led by your head maybe for a while. And maybe led by your pelvis for a while and your head is following. So a duet of head and pelvis. Start to feel a sense of becoming seaweed in the sea, being washed around by the current. It's best to do this with your eyes open so you don't bump into any furniture. And then you don't have to plan anything here. You don't have to have a plan. If you put your focus into the duet between your head and your pelvis, finding the spirit of seaweed, this can be really easy. Moving towards pleasure. If it feels pleasurable, keep doing it. If it feels unpleasant, you've got two options. You can investigate the unpleasantness, the discomfort. Bring that into your movement. Or you can let it go, find a different way of moving that feels better. So gradually we're going to make these movements smaller. Hello to everyone who's just joined us. This must be a bit weird. I'm making it smaller. Making it smaller. Finding your way back to stillness. Noticing how you feel. How's your body? How's your emotional state? And however you are, you're going to come to a chair for this next bit. So we're still in the body, we're still moving. So place a chair somewhere in your space with a bit of space around you if you can. Nice. So, just feeling your connection with the chair, feeling which parts of your body are connected with the chair, which part of your body are connecting with the floor. And on the out breath, just seeing if you can let your body surrender a little bit more to the ground. Soften, soften. Nice. So we're going to move our body to another position on the chair. So shift your body to a different position. Notice which parts of your body are connected with the chair, which parts of your body are connected with the floor. Just really feel into those parts and see if you can surrender. Drop a bit deeper into the ground. Okay, let's go for another position. You find your own. Noticing your contact with the chair, noticing your contact with the floor. Sinking your body in. Now as we move to the next position, see if you can keep your awareness with the part of your body that's connected with the chair as you move to the next position, all the way through the transition. And let's go again, keeping your focus on your connection with the chair and the ground. And let's go again. So we're going to start to take out the pauses now. So we're going to move from one position to another position to another position. Easily, without a plan. You don't need a plan for this. Place your focus with your contact with the chair. And start to find your way into the spirit of golden syrup or treacle, so oozy, liquid, So you're oozing from one shape to another. Make it easy. Breathe out. Focus on your connection with the chair. And we're beginning to find our way into a constant state of discovery. So everything is a discovery, every moment is a discovery. And you might start to find games with your chair, little games emerging. You don't need to push, you don't need to force, it'll just start happening. If you're enjoying something, repeat it, and eventually it will become a game. Just enjoying whatever you're finding. And when you're no longer enjoying it, you have two choices. You can play with not enjoying it, doing it but not enjoying it. That's fun. Or you can let it go and turn yourself back into treacle. It's moving around your chair. Your ideas don't need to be good or interesting or clever. It's not about that. It's about the quality, finding the quality, the oozy quality of flow. Easy, straightforward. Maybe your chair tips, maybe you're underneath it, maybe it's on top of you, maybe you're balancing it on your feet. So whatever you're doing, just do that, especially if it's fun. Enjoying the pleasure to play your body in duet with the chair. Easy peasy. So we're going to start to make this smaller. And we're going to start to make it smaller. Start to make it smaller. Retaining a sense of this flow in your body, find your way to your journal and pen. So I'm going to offer you some writing prompts, and I'm going to invite you to see if you can retain this quality of flow as you're writing. So keep a little bit of a sense of fluidity about you as we write. So I'm going to give you some writing prompts to begin. See what comes. First one is, flow is like. Pick up your pen, just start writing. Flow is like. You don't need to edit, you don't need to censor, let it pour out of your pen. If you get lost, just write it again. Flow is like. See what comes. Trust. Next question, let's see what comes. It's easy to find flow when... ... It's easy to find flow when... ... So what are the conditions that allow you to flow? Keep a sense of this flow in your body, let it flow onto the page. It's easy to flow when... Let yourself be surprised by what comes out of your pen. And if it's utterly boring, let that come out of your pen as well. Sometimes you've just got to let that out to make space for the good stuff. If there's just only cliches pouring out of your pen, fine. It's easy to find flow when... If you're losing connection with the flow, you can just come back into movement for a moment. Find that golden quality in your body. This is the last one of the writing prompts. Here are some areas of my life I hereby invite more flow into. Or, I invite more flow into these particular areas of my life. Answer from this space of flow. Where would you like more flow in your life? It might be to do with your creativity, it might be to do with your relationships, friendships. So I'm inspired by Dave Rock, whose workshop I went to at the Embodiment Conference. He does flow writing. Look him up, he's really, really good. Inspired by Dave Rock, this is what he got us to do at the end of his workshop. Take this writing, place it on your heart. Breathing it in. Notice how this feels emotionally, physically. Letting yourself be with whatever's coming up. And if you would like to share something, an insight about flow, or about yourself and flow, if you'd like to share anything in the comments, go ahead. You don't have to, but sometimes it's good to ask for a witness for these things, especially if you've just found a new intention or a new insight. Somehow the witness will cement your finding and make it real, somehow make it more real. So yeah, feel free to share something from your writing, an insight about flow, maybe something flow is like, maybe something of the conditions that allow you to flow, maybe some area of your life you'd like to bring more flow into. Oh, thanks, Robbie. It's easy to flow when you're going slow. There is something about slowing down. It's difficult to reach flow sometimes when you're really fast. Yeah, there is something about slowing down, dropping down to the flow that's already there. It's easy to find flow when I'm not criticising myself. Yeah, Howard. Yeah, criticism just bounds us up. It brings loads of tension. It really makes it very difficult to find this open, fluid state of flow. What did Yvette just say? Flow is like moving with no judgment. Yeah. Flow is like wind. They're going so quick I can't keep up. Wow, thank you. Wow. It's easy to find flow when I'm in my body. Flow is like a long strip of pasta perfectly covered in sauce slipping down your throat. Flow is like coming home. I love that. I invite flow into my mornings, my free time, when I'm feeling stuck, whenever I want to explore. Yes, Lorna. It's easy to find flow when I let it all go. Yeah. Flow is like smiling. Oh, so lovely. Thank you for all those insights. It's really great to read. So that was an exploration of flow through play and journaling, which is my jam. This is my jam. This is basically you're living in my head now. This is what I do most of the time when I'm not teaching or doing admin. This is what I'm doing, rolling around my living room floor and writing a lot. So I'm going to be doing more of this at the Online Clown Academies conference next weekend. Not this weekend coming, next weekend, 6th to the 8th of November. We've got a conference called Clowns in Crisis, and we're looking at the personal and political applications of clowning. And I'm going to be doing a workshop on the Saturday afternoon, which is called "What Can Your Clown Do for You?" So it'll be kind of similar. We'll be taking play, we'll be taking it into the body. I'll be giving you some tasks to do, and then we'll be mining the wisdom of your clown, which is, as most of you know, what I do all of the time. So yeah, there's still quite a lot of places left on that, so jump in. It's limited because I want it to be a small group so that we can all connect with each other, and so that I can see everybody. So yeah, it's a limited one, that. But we've got loads of other events on. We've got a show on the Friday night from mine and Robin's students who've been exploring the personal and political applications of clowning. We're doing a cabaret on the Friday night. On the Saturday night is a panel discussion where we've got experts who are talking about how they use clowning for personal and political applications. And then on Sunday, Robin's doing a collaboration of looking at political clowning. It's called "What Can Your Clown Do for the World?" And that is going to be brilliant. That's, again, a practical workshop, limited places. We've just put a few more places on because it sold out, but we've just upped the numbers a little bit. So jump in if you're jumping into that one. And then on the final night, Sunday night, we've got an open space where you come and set the agenda yourself. I'll be facilitating it, so you haven't got to know what's happening. You've just got to turn up with a curiosity and a willingness, and I will lead you through a process to get you to work out what you want to discuss, and then we'll put you into small groups so that you can discuss what you want to discuss in relation to the theme, which is clowns in crisis. Yeah, so Robin's going to be here this time next week. She's going to do a Facebook Live, 3 o'clock next Tuesday afternoon. We don't know what she's going to do yet. It's really exciting. Who knows? But yeah, big thank you for you all for coming along, and for all you people who are watching this afterwards. Hello, thanks for coming. Do type in your things into the comments. It's still really good to read about people's experience. Thanks so much, and see you soon.